Can't jump on. Hello, hello. So we are on upcoming our third week into the run. Hopefully you guys had a good second week. You're starting to feel the rhythm. You're starting to feel the consistency. Hopefully you're doing more than even what the trackers show. And then hopefully you are, you know, learning and following up. The biggest thing that, we can talk all day long to people, which is amazing because we're always wanting to try to find new connections. And I'm going to talk a little bit about that tonight. But then we also, another big piece is following up. So let's talk about where we've been in this run since the beginning of the year. And let's talk about why we're in this business. So we are doing this business more reasons than not for some additional income, for, if that's traveling, if that is for a savings account, if that's for retirement, whatever that might be, if that's to pay your bills, you more than likely have joined this business for some additional income. Now, the extra perks are amazing. The friendships, the community, the camaraderie that we have is so amazing. The products, all of that. But what will make you get up in the morning and what will help you stay up late with this business? What are those burning desires that you guys have? And if you haven't identified them, I truly challenge you to get out and figure out what are the things that you want. Even if you've possibly met a goal here in this business, what are additional things? If it's traveling, where are you wanting to go? Be specific. If it is saving for something that you need, be specific on how much you need to save every single day to get to that. So I sent my team, I can put it here to give to your leaders and you guys can use it too, but it's a Canva template and it's a jar and pretty much it's saving to those goals. A lot of times we do these kind of like pillars to a goal for the trip incentives to like, okay, we have this much volume to get to the trip. But you can do that for anything. You can do that to get to a rank that you want to get to. You can do that to save to get something else. Those dreams that you have and those extra, if this is extra wants that you want, those are not bad. And that is going to teach you. For example, a want that I've always wanted to do, and I actually think I'm going to start saving for it, is I want to go on an all women's retreat. I want to possibly go to international on an all women's retreat. Those are desires that I have, and everyone has desires. And it's taking being consistent and it's actually putting those desires on paper and saying, I am worthy of doing these things because who knows what God has in store for me if I go on a women's retreat. That could open up a whole nother window. So you just have to just I guess put your intentions out there and be consistent with it and track it. So that's kind of what we're doing, and we are moving in that direction altogether, which I absolutely love. So if you have not put your dream board together, you can do that on Canva. Canva is an app that's free. You can easily put a dream board together, put it on your back. Wallpaper on your phone, you can print it out, you can put it on your mirror, you can do all kinds of things but looking at it every day makes a difference. And even that jar, that savings jar makes a difference too if you're looking and working for something. The 22nd and 23rd are coming up. And if you do not know what that means that all auto shipments for current customers, those are smart shop orders. I still call them auto shipments. But those are all done. And then anything new after the 23rd is new business. So a lot of times when the 22nd and 23rd come, I always look and see what are my personal goals? Like if I have my free product, if I have my 6 PCs, if I have my 9 PCs, whatever your goals are, it's looking at it at the 23rd and going, okay, everything else is new business. We have until the end of the month. Let's get at it. So just to mind you, that's coming up this week. And then something that everybody's heard a ton about is this TikTok. So I guess it's already back, which is hilarious. But it got Mandy and I, talking and brainstorming, and it's like, we don't know when the next platform is going to go down. My mom, Marilyn Falkenberg, had, and I guess Amber Olson Rourke has now had issues with their accounts just being taken off. And we have, and there are tons of people that have built a business on TikTok, just like us building a business on Facebook and Instagram. And so it does take us having these hard truths come, and you're like, oh, wow, what would I do if these platforms went away? And so that's why it's so important to continue just to meet new people other ways too. Social media is a huge way that we all build our business and how I built it from the very beginning. I get that. But do you guys meet new people maybe through other events, mommy events, networking events? Shallon and I are doing this really cool. Instead of our market is a little different for, Shallon and I have been in this business for 11 years and we're in the Fishers, Indiana market. And Shallon being what, number one, she's top five in the company and she blew up this market. Everybody knew about at the time Miriam, and they were pretty much all under Shallon probably. And or Jen Givens, whatever. Well, a lot of things have changed in this market and we don't have a strong market anymore. So we got together last week and we're like, okay, what is something, her word is value. And she wants to add value to everyone, everything, everyone, business wise, personal, whatever. And so she's like brainstorming and we're talking about what could add value. And there's a couple events that I'm actually doing in February for Galentine's Day. So that is something to possibly look up in your market if there's anything Galentine's Day worthy. And it's side note, but this is actually funny. I was watching Instagram and this girl was tagged, one of my friends was tagged in a post, and she's actually going to be a vendor at a Galentine's Day like event with all kinds of beauty people. And I messaged that girl and was like, you got any space? She's like, yeah. So like looking for possible people that you could actually be a vendor for Galentine's Day is a great opportunity to get your name out there. Or you could have your own event for Galentine's Day and you could do different people that you possibly know in your market. And you guys could all have like a little get together for Galentine's Day. But Shallon and I, with this market, we were adding value and it's like, what can we do? So we're actually starting like a monthly meetup, networking group, women's. We're going to do it ourselves. A lot of people talk about let's go to networking and groups. We're going to actually start a networking group and it's going to be called Empower Hour. And so we're actually it's an idea if anybody wants to take it and run as well. It's just going to be an hour a month and I think it's going to be a month. It might be two times a month. I don't know. We haven't got that far. We're having our first one on Galentine's Day, but we are going to find sponsors to sponsor a free lunch every single time we have this. And what's in it for them? They get a free lunch and they get to network with other women. So that, and then whoever sponsors the networking lunch of, 20 to 25 women, they get to talk about their business for a little bit and they will be on the marketing materials going out and stuff like that. So they do get some opportunity for stuff and maybe we'll even let them have a little table there that they can kind of show stuff for sponsoring. And I have sponsored lunches like this, believe it or not. And sponsoring a lunch is going to Costco, getting some pinwheels, getting a bag of chips, getting a bowl of fruit and getting some small waters and you got a lunch. So, and that's about $25 and you sponsor 20 people. It's crazy. It's not that expensive. So anyway,
Hey, Paige, though.
huh?
Won't we be in Tulum on Valentine's Day?
Yeah, we will, but we're gonna do it around like we're doing it on the I think 21st. So it's
On
not
Zoom. Oh,
technically Galentine's Day, but Galentine's
okay.
event.
Month. Okay. Okay.
Um,
I just want to make sure it Wait, are we going to
Yes.
be gone on 13th?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. So yeah, I'm telling you these things to start making you letting you think outside the box. Because there are so many ways that you truly can meet people and getting your reach out further will just expand. It's crazy. So going to networking events is really a great way. And with the TikTok, I never got back to this, but with the TikTok and all these platforms leaving, you know, yes, getting out to meet new people is huge. And like I was saying, but also when TikTok went away, what other forms of social media are out there? People all today that people were mourning TikTok, they're like, oh my gosh, what am I doing with my life? They were all on Instagram. And so then getting familiar if you're not with Instagram and making reels, that's what TikTok is. So that's what everybody was doing today. So making those reels when any of those platforms go away, especially TikTok, because who knows, it might happen again, is just putting reels out on Instagram and hopefully, you get some traction that way. So these are just ideas. I want to open it up if anyone has any questions for the week ahead. If you have not sent in your trackers, go to 90-day run to goals, plural, at gmail.com. And the reason why we think and know that this technique works is because if you did or if you didn't do it, what it does when you turn it in is make sure that you do more next week. It literally goes, oh, I had a great week last week. I'm going to turn this in. You turn it in, you're like, I'm going to have the next week a really good week again. If you didn't do as much, you turn it in, you go, oh my gosh, I really need to do more next week. So it just really is a mental game with your own self on these trackers if you're doing the actual activity to make you successful. So, does anybody have any questions? How's it going with everybody on this run so far?
Define events, go to Eventbrite. I'm looking up stuff in Florida because I spent 3 months in Florida. I have lots of networking groups in Indiana and Louisville, but not in Florida. So I'm finding events down here. You got to dig out, you got to dig for them, and they're out there. And that you and Shallon are doing that with a group. I started a group 9 years ago. That group is still going. I still have a network group 2 times a month. So
Mhm,
it's possible. It's not all women. I love that idea,
mhm,
but you just got to find stuff. When I lost book, I had no choice. I had to rebuild Facebook. I'm up to 400 friends. I'm pretty proud that I've gotten that far. But Amber did, and you sort of freak a minute, and then you go, well, what else can I do? You guys
mhm.
got to look at different things because it all could go away for sure. That's my biggest challenge, though, when I'm in Florida, is to find other groups and other ways to connect.
Mhm.
Because I don't want to just, I'm not going to depend on just social media anymore.
Well, and also other ways to connect, even on Instagram, something I've been doing with my person, like just my page I go into and I search eyelash or eyebrow places, and you can go all over the world, all over the United States with this. You don't have to just be in your market. You can literally say, look in Florida, you can look in Wisconsin, you can look in Minnesota, wherever. You can look up eyelashes and eyebrows, and you can just personally message them and say, do you guys have an eyelash serum? Do you guys have an eyebrow serum? And they go, yeah, we do, or no, we don't. If they say, yeah, we do, I always say, is it natural? And then so many people do not. So I'm just now on doing this. So I don't have much success yet, but I'm hopeful. But and then they go, no, but I'm looking for something, and we can give the profit margin is 100% profit margin on these lash serums for the person that's selling them in their spas and salons and studios and stuff. So if you want more information, you can message me individually, but pretty much I'm out there searching, I'm looking, I'm putting my feelers out. When I get a no, that's all right. Keep going. People that do not carry product in their spaces, it's just not smart. So I'm hopefully,
Well,
I mean, it just doesn't make sense.
Patia, to add to that, have you seen, sorry, I'm at a birthday party. Have you seen um all the documents that Jennifer Elson created for spas? Do you have those?
Mhm.
No, I mean they're like legit. They are.
No,
So do you know what I'm talking about, Paisha?
I do not.
Okay, so I'll send all that to you tomorrow, and if I forget, text me. And if anybody else wants it, so my advice would be, if you decide you're going to go to a spa and something just popped in your head, and you're like, oh, I'm going to go up there on Monday or Tuesday, let me know first because there's a link that you click on, and it's meant for. It's interesting. It's like Elson thought through what a spa owner, what kind of time they'd have and what kind of attention span they'd have. So she created something in Canva where it basically goes through everything a spa owner would want to know and why they would do it. And they just click on it. So they can like be eating their, having a coffee right before the next client and click through like 2 slides. It's not like typical PowerPoint. It's cooler than that. So when I was going to approach these spas, she sent all this stuff to me. So I'll put it together and send it out. She's shared it in some
Legacy.
later things, I
Yeah.
think.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
know. It's not in Legacy because it's beyond that. It's not something you would just, it's pretty, it's very focused. It might be in Legacy, but I don't think it is. It was in one of our like leader messenger feeds. So anyway, the bottom line is if you're going to approach somebody and do what Paige and I are trying to do and talk to people, we have so many documents. You don't have to decide what to say or do. You can kind of just have this in your back pocket and send it over to the manager or whoever you're talking to when you go there.
Yep. So all good ideas. Good job for checking in tonight and have a good week ahead, ladies. Have a good one.
Have
Bye.
a good one.